Hi, welcome to BygC. Welcome to a very short presentation on how BygC can help you kickstart your dream banking career. Although I did say it's a short presentation, but honestly, we couldn't keep it anything smaller than 20 minutes. And I'm really sure in my mind that it you require that kind of time because this is a very important decision making for you, deciding on a career, deciding on how to get yourself started on that. I would highly urge you to complete this entire video so that you're very clear as to what you can do with BigC and what you cannot do. So thank you for believing in us. Thank you for trusting us, and thank you for wanting to figure out how is it that we can help you. So a quick introduction about BigC. BigC is a Bangalore-based edtech startup. We were founded in January 2020. This is our website, bygc.co. I would urge you to go to this website and check out details about us. So who are we? Who are the founders? So what is their background? What kind of courses do we do? What kind of banks are we tied up with? How does our courses work? What are the kind of fees? And everything else is available online so that you will know exactly the kind of company that you're dealing with. We are registered with the DPIIT Government of India. This is the certificate of recognition that we have got from the Ministry of Commerce. DIPP 57151, the certificate number that you see on the top right corner. If you go to Government of India Startup India portal, startupindia.gov.in, and type in this DIPP number, you will get to see this same certificate of recognition online on the Government of India site. Why is it important? I am stating this only because you will know that you're dealing with a registered startup and registered with Government of India. That should give you that added bit of confidence because you are dealing with your hard-earned money and you're trusting a company. You would also want to know what kind of people are running this. Since I mentioned about people, HDFC Bank background is what we have largely. The three founders between us have over 7 decades of banking experience spread across major banks, like I mentioned, HDFC Bank, State Bank of India, and other banks also. Each one of us has nearly 20 plus years of experience. And that's the experience that we bring to the table. And this is how we will be in a better position to help you chart out your banking career. All our faculty members, besides the founders, all of them also have minimum of 15 plus years of experience across major banks, including HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, and a few other banks too. So that's the background of the people who run this company. I'm sure you would be very interested to know what kind of banks do we deal with. So these are the banks who have, in this short span of time that we have been in existence, these are marquee names who have found it important to come to us and hire our candidates. And you can see most of the big names there, whether it is Axis Bank, CSB Bank, DBS, Equitas, ESAF, HDFC Bank, Yes Bank, IDFC First, DCB Bank, right? So a whole host of banks who have found it useful to hire candidates from us. Again, something that will give you confidence that we work with multiple banks, and if so many banks have found it valuable to come to us, your future must be reasonably secure with a company like BigC. Another thing that I'm sure all of us have been doing is whenever we are dealing with a new company, you would also want to check out their Google rating. And this is the latest Google rating that we could find when we created this video. It's a 5-star rating, over 100 reviews. You can read through the reviews if you are interested in, but more importantly, look at that number 5.0 and 104 reviews, right? So it's a young startup. So to that extent, 100 is not a very high number, but it is also not such a low number. And go by the fact that it is uniformly 5.0 and nothing less than that. We have also captured various testimonial videos of our students who have completed their courses with us and then ended up getting employed in major organizations like HDFC Securities, Equitas, DBS Bank, HDFC Bank, CSB Bank, and DCB Bank, and various other banks. So this is available on our YouTube page. I would urge you to go there and check that out for yourself. Maybe go through a couple of them so that it again gives you a sense of confidence and comfort with the kind of entity that you're dealing with. So now that I've given you a brief background about BygC, I would want to spend the next couple of minutes talking about branch banking career, as to what is this career all about and what is in it for you. So when you join a branch banking career in the first 2 years of your working, you will have various work to do in the bank branches. It will involve some operational, some customer service, and some sales kind of work. And then you graduate into what we call as personal banker kind of profile in 2 to 4 years time. From there, you move on to a relationship manager, which is handling high net worth individuals of the bank. This kind of role actually gives very high sales incentives, and the salaries are also significantly higher. But more importantly, in about 5-6 years time, 7 years time, you should be aspiring to become a branch manager. This is a very important position in the banking hierarchy. A branch manager is the head of the branch, and anybody who gets into a branch banking career now at an entry level, your goal should be that I should become a branch manager in 5 years, 6 years, 7 years time, maybe even earlier in some cases. So that is the kind of aspiration that you should have, and that is possible for everybody who joins through us into any entry level job in a banking career. Whether it is an operational sales service or any operational job that you get into, any entry level job that you get in a bank today at about 30,000 salary, 5-6 years down the line, we want to see you as branch manager, and it is very eminently possible for most of us. So we have also showcased the kind of salaries that you can expect to get at various levels. Like when you are a relationship manager kind of profile, your salaries, monthly salaries are in the range of 30,000 to 80,000 per month. You also get huge sales incentives over and above that. Right. So what you will notice here is, although you will start at a salary which is somewhere in the range of 20,000, although 20,000 is not exact, it's just that somewhere close to that amount is what different banks will give you. Once you start at that level, although that by itself may not be a great salary, but you will realize that once you spend some 1 or 2 or 3 years in the bank, then your salary start looking much more, much better and much bigger and much more comfortable for you to build your career after that. So since I mentioned that in the first 2 years, you'll be handling some kind of an entry level job. What are these entry level jobs? Because that's the kind of job that you will get into right now. As a fresher or as somebody not from the industry, you will get into a entry level job. So entry level jobs maybe, so suppose you visit a bank branch, you will see those tellers and cashiers sitting behind the cash counter. That is one kind of entry level job that you have. In that job, you will handle a lot of operational work because customers will come for transactions. You have to service them, and you also carry some sales target. Then you will see customer service officers. These are people whom you will see in the branch lobby. They are sitting outside the cash counter, and they interact with customers who have requirements outside the cash counter. So they provide them service, and they also do sales there. As in terms of sales, the customer service officers will carry higher sales target than what tellers will carry. Proportionately, they carry a lower operational workload. So tellers carry more operational workload, customer service officers carries less operational work, and therefore proportionately they will carry higher sales. People in sales, in the last that I mentioned, the sales could be new acquisition target where you are required to go out and acquire fresh customers, or you could also be handling relationship customers, which are existing customers of the bank, and you build on those relationships and get more business from those customers. Even in the sales role, you will have some kind of operational work, some kind of lot of customer service related work, right? So in all three roles that I mentioned, you will have elements of operations, elements of service, and elements of sales. The proportion may be different. And what is even more important for you to note is that When you get into any post today, if you get hired as a teller or as a cashier, shortly you will have to move into customer service roles and sales roles also. Vice versa, if you enter as a sales kind of profile, you may shortly be transferred, after some time be moved into a teller kind of role also. Essentially, it is important that you need to know all aspects of banking before you can aspire to become a branch manager. Like we mentioned a little while back, that in about 5-6 years time you should be aspiring to become a branch manager. You can never become a branch manager unless you are comfortable with all aspects of banking, which is why it is important that you will have to learn all different job roles. And once you get posted in a bank, it is the bank has the liberty to move you into different roles as it deems fit, and you will be expected to perform in all those roles, whether it is the role of an operations person as a teller, or the customer service person, or as a salesperson. All three roles are something which are useful for you and which are important for you to learn and do well in. So how does BygC help you now to get started on a banking career? We train you for a banking job, and that's our single biggest reason of existence. Uh, Whatever job that you get into as an entry-level officer, we help you learn the job before you actually get hired. And because you learn the job, when you go for an interview, it helps you, because the interviewer finds that you already know a lot of things which otherwise they were expected to train you. And that is our single biggest reason why you get hired into a banking job after doing a program with BygC. So we train you for a banking job. We prepare you for doing well in the bank interviews, how to succeed in those interviews, what are the simple do's and don'ts that you should take care, uh, how do you improve your chances of success. Similarly, on the resume, so many of us also commit a lot of common errors in a resume. We go through the resume, revise it, and make it up to date to the extent that if there are some standard errors, we correct those kind of errors. So that will also help you position yourself better when you approach a bank. Many banks also do online test, psychometric test, which consists of numerical ability, test of reasoning, English language kind of test, right? We are tied up with the same agency who does these tests for many of these banks. And if you join us, we also provide you some sample tests so that it helps you to prepare better for the actual bank test. Once you have a feel for what these tests are all about, it will help you to perform actually better in the bank test. Finally, after all this, then we help you get the interview calls. It is our job to ensure that you get placed. And so therefore, it is our job to ensure that you get calls for interview through our effort. Whatever you can do on your own, you will do. But more importantly, we work with you to help you get enough job interviews so that you get selected. Finally, our goal is very simple, which is the second last line: provide you a guaranteed bank job. To ensure that you get a guaranteed bank job, howsoever number of interviews may be required, we will help you with that also. So guaranteed bank job, I'll cover this subject a little later. Uh, Apart from that, when you finally join the bank, you will realize that getting a bank job is difficult, but not very difficult. What is actually even more difficult is performing well in that job and making enough progress in that job. And for that, the initial couple of months are very, very critical. And that is the time, from our understanding, because we have been in this role for a very long period of time as senior bankers, what we have seen is young people struggle with this early. Uh, Once they join, the initial few months are very, very difficult for them. And that is a stage where, as a company, we provide you that fullest support with the same trainer who has been teaching you so far, will continue to handhold you and support you so that you are able to perform better in your job, in your early job. So what does this course include? The Retail Banker course, there are some 34 online modules. These modules are made out of a mix of video lectures and online tests and assignments. There are 49 video lectures. There are 22 tests. These are online tests. Each of these tests might have something like 15, 20 multiple choice questions. There are some 12 work-related assignments which will help you to understand your job better before you actually land up with the bank job. Beyond all these 34 online modules, we have 9 interactive sessions with the trainers. These are group meetings that you will have with the trainers. Apart from that, there are 3 masterclass sessions with very senior people from the industry. You also get access to the trainers for one-on-one doubt clarification. We provide you the phone numbers of the trainers so that as and when you have doubts or clarifications on any subject, on any item, you have the freedom to call them up and get your doubts clarified. The entire program will run for roughly about 60 hours, plus minus a few hours, depending upon how fast you are in completing the tests and assignments and stuff like that. This will be spread across 6 weeks. Many people complete this course in 3 to 4 weeks also, but maximum you have 6 weeks to complete this course. This is the technology platform. This is our LMS platform, the learning management system that we use. So BygC has an LMS platform, and what you will see here in the white shade on the left side, you will see the list of modules that are covered, like retail banking and assignment and SP plus salary, current account and CASA, fixed deposit. All these are modules. What you see on the right side is a screen grab from one particular video. Like I mentioned, there are some 49 different videos covering different aspects of banking. These video lectures are roughly about 10 minutes long. It's a combination of one of our trainers talking to you, as well as showing you graphically what he or she is talking about. And this is the principal way in which the online training gets done. The course content, again, very briefly, it covers a whole lot of things like about retail banking business, about liability business, importance of CASA, fixed deposit, NRIs, cards, retail loans like car loans and home loans, foreign exchange, investment products like mutual funds and demat accounts, insurance, both life and general insurance, how to understand customers, what is CRM all about, the basics of relationship banking, how to do pre-call planning, how to maximize results from your sales interactions, the different business enablers like database calling and stuff like that, aspects like digital banking, and then the key operational processes which are very critical to ensure your safety or security, the bank's safety, as well as the customers, the security of his money with the bank, right? The key operational processes which are very critical for a banker. So those kind of things we cover in the course. So this is broadly what the course content is all about. Probably one of those slides which you might be looking for first, which honestly you shouldn't, but anyway. So the course fee is 25,000. Is it high or low? So just to give you a comparison, it is roughly 50% lower than the nearest competitor that you will find. So you can go online on Google and find out other people who do similarly guaranteed job courses in the banking industry, and you will find that none of them charges you anything lower than 50,000 rupees, right? So this is 25,000 rupees. More importantly, it's not just that it is 25,000. We also provide you good installment options. So you don't have to pay the full money at the time of joining. You can join with as little as 10,000 rupees. And when do you pay the balance? You pay the balance after you get the job. And once you start getting your salary, at that stage, you can pay it to us in easy installment. So like I said, most of the money you can actually end up paying to us only after you get the job. You pay us some money initially, and then the balance money. As it is, the course fee is low. Even that is broken up into such easy payable formats that we don't require anybody probably to take a loan for making up any fee payment to us. There are bank specific discounts available. So over and above this, because we have these tie-ups with various banks, banks offer various discounts. For instance, DBS Bank hires their assistant sales officers through us. So if they select somebody as their assistant sales officer, they have committed 75% of the training fees will be paid by them to us directly. So as a candidate, you only have to pay 25%. You only have to pay 7,500 in the case of DBS Bank, right? The balance is paid to us by DBS Bank directly. For instance, there is a branch sales officer position in HDFC Bank where the total course fee is only 15,000 rupees. Suppose you get selected in Equitas Bank. There the course fee is only 20,000 rupees because the bank pays us the balance money. So there are bank specific discount schemes available, not available in every single bank. Every single bank don't offer similar discount, but wherever it is available, you are a beneficiary of that, and you need to pay only that much lower fees to us. Initially, you start with this same 10,000, but depending upon which bank you end up going to, if there are some bank specific offers that are available, those offers are then passed on, right? Now, beyond this, there's something which is very important is the huge referral discounts that we offer. Many of you, since you are maybe just out of college or 1 or 2 years out of college, you will have many of your friends who are also looking for similarly good opportunities for themselves. For every friend of yours whom you introduce and who finally ends up joining our program, for every friend, you get a 2,000 rupee discount on your course fee, which means that roughly if 10 of your friends join our program, what is the benefit? You get 10 into 2,000, which is 20,000 rupees. 20,000 rupees is refunded back to you. If you have paid us that money, then we refund you. If you have not yet paid, we reduce it from the amount payable to us, right? So 10 people will mean 20,000 rupee equivalent. If it is 30 people, 30 of your friends join, it is 60,000 rupees, right? The intention is not necessarily to make a lot of money out of it. If you want, that is up to you. But more importantly, to help your friends. These are your friends who are also looking for good, similarly good opportunities. Why wouldn't you want to help them also get a bank job? And at the same time, you benefit by getting these huge referral discounts. Apart from this, we have a college ambassador program. If you're studying in a college, you have many of your other friends or college mates who could be interested for spreading the good word amongst them. There is a college ambassador program where again you can get rewarded financially. We also have an internship program with BygC. So for some of you, if you're sitting at home and not working anywhere else, so while you're doing this course, you may want to join our internship program and make some good pocket money, which will help you to more or less repay the entire course fee to us without actually making any payment, right? So there is the internship program is again another thing which is valuable for you, and you can earn some money out of it. Now, finally, all this will lead you to a guaranteed bank job. And guaranteed bank job means what? We promise that within 4 months of your course completion, like I said, the course may get over in 3 weeks or 4 weeks or maximum 6 weeks. Within 4 months of course completion, we guarantee you a bank job. Can we ensure that 100% of you actually get a job offer? More or less we can, but there can always be few exceptions. It could be that, let's say we sent you some for 3, 4, 5 interviews, but you still didn't crack it, which is very, very unlikely. But let's say it is possible. It is possible that one of our students will end up in that kind of situation. What do? We refund every single penny that we have taken from him, so that the entire training that we have provided to him is free of charge, right? And because we have not been able to provide him a job within 4 months of his course completion. So very simple. We don't even keep 1 rupee. And there is probably not a single such course available in the market today which guarantees you something similar. All of them will tell you that they will take a small admin fees and balance fees they will waive off and that kind of stuff. We don't keep a single rupee from you, because why we took that money from you is very simply to help you get a bank job. And if we have not been successful in doing that, we have no right to keep any bit of your money. So that's how the guaranteed bank job within 4 months offer works. What's your now? If you think that you want to apply, take this forward. What are the important eligibility metrics that you need to fulfill? One, you should be a graduate. What do we mean by graduate? You cannot be a diploma holder. You cannot be an ITI. You cannot be a 12th standard or UC pass person. You should be a graduate, right? That's the minimum requirement. Can you be a graduate through correspondence course? most banks don't accept it. All of them want a regular program, minimum 3-year plus kind of graduation program, whether it is BSc, BCom, BA, BPharm, BTech, whatever, but a regular program, full-time program. What if you are giving your final year exams just now and you have not yet got your graduation certificate? Even that is okay. So if you are going to complete your graduation in the next 2 or 3 months, that is good enough, right? So that is what we mean by graduation. The second thing that is important if you are looking for a banking career is good communication skills. You should have good communication skills, means because you will have to speak a lot to your customers. And if you have to speak a lot to your customers, you should communicate with them well. Uh, it could be a combination of your local language, Hindi or English, right? Now, many of you could also be worried about your English communication skills. Although it is not important that your English should be grammatically correct and you should be fluent in English, but you should be able to reasonably handle English communication. Especially, say, for instance, if you are in a city like Bangalore, you will have lots of customers who would prefer talking to you in English, and therefore you should be able to handle their requirements in English language. So any additional knowledge of any additional language will always come in handy. So reasonably good communication skills and graduation. These are the two essential eligibility conditions. Once you fulfill these two, and once you are sure about that, you can apply with BygC. You register with BygC, visit our website and register with us. We have a mandatory selection process, which is typically an interview with one of our senior trainers. So that is also an opportunity for you to clarify all your doubts one-on-one also. Apart from that, the interviewer will also validate whether you are the right candidate to be selected or not. Once they select you and once they issue you the offer letter, you can then join BygC's course, and by paying the joining fee. You start the training, you finish the training in 3 to 6 weeks time, attend bank interviews and get selected. You join the bank. Once you join the bank, once you start getting your salary, pay us the balance training fee. Apart from whatever you paid us at the time of joining, any amount that is payable back from you, you can pay it in easy monthly installments once you start getting the job. So that's it from me. This is once again a quick snapshot of who we are. bygc.co is our website, not com. It is only .co. We're based out of Whitefield. Our WhatsApp number is given there. That's a good way to communicate with us, 8904 77 The mail ID that you can use to communicate with us, info@bygc.co. Again, reiterating the Startup India registration number, DIPP 57151. Thank you, and looking forward to each one of you making it good in your banking career. And we'll be too happy if BygC is able to play an important part in your career. Thank you.